Welcome again to another episode of Ron's Opinion Don't Matter. God bless everybody. Hope y'all having a wonderful day. Happy New Year to all those that are out there. And as people coming on this live, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. That way you get notified anytime I put out a video. My thoughts and prayer goes out to the victims of that attack with that the guy in the pickup truck. I mean, there's a whole lot of stories, and I'm still reading different sources of what actually happened. Is it really a terrorist attack? Is it not? I don't know. Sources are saying that it is. Some people, they looking at the pictures and stuff like that. It looks like he had a flag on the back of it, but they covered it up. The reason why I say be on alert, because we knew at some point stuff like this was going to start happening. And this is the things that we were warning people about as it relates to just letting anybody in the country. Now, again, the Biden administration is probably going to try to downplay it. They're going to try to spin it to make it look like, oh, no, this and that. But over and over again, we keep getting these incidents where either it's illegal immigrants or something like this. Now, he wasn't an illegal immigrant from the sources that I've seen. He wasn't an illegal immigrant. He was actually in the military. Now, they say he's Islamic, but he was in the military. That is part of the story. But my thing is this: you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what people's intentions are. And when you just let anybody in your country, and you just let anybody, and you don't scrutinize things, these are the things you open yourself up to. These are the things that you open the country up to. And my thing is this: is that we have to do a better job at scrutinizing that border. I'm so glad that we have the president that we got coming in. Border security is a big priority on this list. For those that voted for him, that was a big priority on our list. And we just wasn't having it. So, and it's things like this. And like I said before, it wasn't this guy, wasn't an illegal immigrant. But things like this is going to happen. Hey, how you doing, Jasper? Things like this is going to happen. If you don't scrutinize who comes over in this country, and if you don't watch what's going on to some extent, these are like things like this is going to happen. And I'm reading some sources. And what's up, Anton? How everybody doing? Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate it very much. And thank you so much, Mr. Cookie. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very concerned. And I think we need to pay more attention to what's going on around us in this country, because when you're talking about letting millions of people coming over in the country and you don't know what their intentions are, you don't know what's going on with them, you got to have a mindset of you need to protect yourself. And the reason why I say be on the list, this is the reason why I believe in the Second Amendment so heartily. What's up, Mike in the building? This is the reason why I believe in the Second Amendment so strongly. Because happy birthday to your brother. What's up, Mike Cox? How you doing? That's funny. Anyway, all right. But yeah, we really, really have to get to this point where we're protecting our company, our country. We really do. And we need to protect ourselves. This is the reason why I say we see what's going on already. What's up, Chris, for real? We see what's going on right now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you don't own a firearm, get you one. Get you two. Get you three. Trump, you're right. Trump 2020. I'm so glad we have him back in office. And it's things like this we need to put a stop to. Get you one, get you two, get you three, get you four. I don't know. Make sure your family is good. Make sure y'all prepared. Make sure y'all have plans. Make sure y'all have a plan of execution. Because this, when people have terroristic intentions, you don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know when it's going to happen. And that's the reason why you need to make sure that you have a means of protection. And, you know, and I'm saying this from somebody who at one point in my lifetime didn't think this way. So, but I'm all in because I see what's going on. And you got to remember, 4 years of an administration that don't care about this country has literally set us up for this. This type of behavior and this time, because even if you take this out the equation, I hate the democracy. I hear what you're saying, but unfortunately, in America, we're a constitutional republic. That's what we are in America. We're a constitutional republic. If you look at us, we are a constitutional republic. I understand the democracy aspect of it, and it has a small aspect of that in there, but America is a constitutional republic. And I hate it when I see a lot of politicians and stuff try to say saving democracy. America is not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic. And my thing is this, again, we need our Second Amendment, and we need to protect our country. We need to protect our citizens. And these type of people are out here by the millions now. We don't know who they are. Now, this guy is not, that situation there, he was not, you know, he's not an illegal immigrant. But look at the situation where the illegal immigrant set the lady on fire on the train. And look at the situation where the illegal immigrants was attacking the police department. And look at the illegal immigrants that have been molesting and raping children and raping girls and stuff like this. And all of these things have happened under the Biden administration. And never once did you hear the Biden administration say they're in outrage about it. Yes, we are. We're all friends. And nowhere in the Biden administration did you hear them hold themselves accountable for this stuff. And that's why I'm so glad they're going to be gone. And my thing is this, I don't ever want anyone that with that mentality to ever be in any type of office at all. Because they have set this country up for destruction. And here's the thing, you would think they were reverse course, but they're right now, they're doing more damage now. They're trying to do more damage. They want to mess this country up so bad that by the time Trump takes over, they want it to be almost impossible for him to fix it. Yeah, thank you. We support y'all too. I love every country, and I love the country that I live in. It's a beautiful place to be. America's a wonderful place. Portugal, I agree. We all family. We should be all family. We should be all get along. But like I said, so when you have these type of people, and that's why I say you need to arm up. In America, if you live in this country and you don't have yourself a firearm, you got to be crazy, especially after what we have seen happen in the last 4 years. You will have to be out of your mind not to have a means of protection when it comes to firearms. Yes, it is. America is beautiful. Like I said, so when you see this situation, my prayer goes out to these people, their family and everything else. Is a horrible, horrible situation. This guy taking the truck, killing people. And from what I'm understanding, there's more people involved. There's guns involved in this situation. There's more people involved in this situation. I don't know for sure, but these are the stories that I've been coming across of what's been going on. And my thing is this, is that if you're an American citizen, make sure you good. Make sure your family good. Make sure you have a weapon. Make sure you are efficient with it. Meaning you know how to use it. Because we got it's only but so much the police department can do when it comes to protecting you. And that's the truth of the matter. Yes, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it so much. But it's only but so much the police department. It's only but so much the military can do. And, they're too busy trying to fight and protect the country. But in your local space, where you live, city, counties, wherever you live, you need to be prepared for what's to come. Because at the end of the day, you got to understand something. We're in a time where tensions are high, very high, very, very high. And if we don't respond in a way of protecting ourselves, having our firearm, making sure we're efficient, when you're out and about just living your life, trying to mind your business and just trying to feed your family, whatever the case may be, and something like that happening, and no one's there to put a stop to it because the police is more likely not going to be there. You might have to be the one to stop it. And even when it came as it relates to The situation on the train where them illegal immigrants set that lady on fire. And they just, and you know, the thing that puzzles me the most is that most people just sat there and watched it happen. And they're watching this lady on fire. Nobody's trying to put it out. Now, this guy has a pickup truck and he's running people over. FBI's out there. I don't know all the real sorts of whether this is accurate or not, but they're saying this guy it was a terrorist act. And we've been saying this type of stuff. And it does not make sense to me why we would allow our border to just be open like crazy. Millions and millions of people pouring into the country, and nobody's saying, and this administration that's currently there, not trying to check it. They're not stopping it. They're not checking it. They're not saying, you know what, this is what they wanted. Everything about this administration, they wanted this. This is what they wanted. They wanted the destruction. They wanted the crime. They wanted the terroristic acts. This is what this administration, the Democratic Party, this is what they want. And a lot of time, people on the Democrats, their voters don't realize this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. They want this type of destruction. They want this type of chaos right here in America. This administration, currently, Biden administration, the Democratic Party, do not like this country. They don't like America. You know what they want to be? They want to be kings and they want to be rulers over American citizens. And we're not having that. We're not having that. And that's the reason why we voted for Trump. We need to get back to common sense. I'm not sure if Trump's going to support Portugal or not. But what I do know is his first thing he's supposed to do in office is to take care of his citizens right here in America. Because we got problems. You're right, Mike, in the building. They want the chaos because we got problems right here. Fortunately, America is not in the predicament where they can worry about other countries right now. Right now, America needs to worry about America. It has to be America first. And my thing is this, if you look at all of the money we have sent to help other countries, we could have saved that money and gave the taxpayers a tax break. But that's not important to this administration. They want to continue to steal money and move it across to other countries so they can funnel it right back to themselves with some bullcrap programs that nobody even know what they are. And that's the truth. I know y'all don't, some people don't want to accept it. They believe that this government, this administration in there really cares about people, and they don't. They do that. They like death and destruction and chaos. Because if you look at America as a whole, and you look at the cities in America, where the blue parts, the blue states, and look at where mostly the blue is at, you're going to find that that's where all the destruction is at. Look at California right now. All of the blue states, and you look at the places where the Democrats run, it's chaotic. If you look at all of that, it's chaotic. Crime is always off the roof, and it doesn't make sense why it's so bad. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And I have a lot of concern. And I'm be honest with you, I don't think this situation is isolated to that one time. I think we're going to experience more. And I hate to say that, but I believe that it's going to be more. We've been warned about sleeper cells. And I think that's one. A sleeper cell. And somebody said it's time to go to work. And I think we're going to get more of it. They don't want Trump. They did not want Trump in office. They tried to paint him as Hitler. They tried to paint him as some type of evil tyrant and all this other stuff. But I always encourage people that go look at Trump's history before politics, even while he was in office. And you tell me, do you find that type of mentality throughout his history of his life? And watch what you're going to find. What you're going to find is that he's nothing like the Democratic Party and all of these news outlets were saying. Not even close. I'm not saying he's perfect, but he wasn't even close. But they wanted to paint him as a worst picture they can paint of him. Why? Because he's not a part of the establishment, their power structure. He is a threat to their power structure. That's the reason why they were trying to stop him from winning. That's the reason why they did not want him in office, because they can't get him to do their bidding for them. That's why they don't want him in office. So these billionaires and these wealthy people, when they want to be able to remain in status quo. So they want people like Obama, they want people like Joe Biden, they want people like Kamala Harris, because those type of people are they're going to submit to the power structure and do what they told to do. They don't want leaders and strong-minded leaders like Trump. Trump don't fit that mold for them. And that's why they was fighting and doing everything they can do to try to stop him from winning this election again. And that's, but I can tell you this much. If you look at all of the stuff that Trump was doing, everything that he was doing, everything he's trying to do now is for the American citizens. It's for the American citizen. And this is why we need a border that don't allow anybody to come over here. Not saying that this guy did, but I'm talking about all the other cases where they have came over here, and that has happened. That's why we need a border that's protected and not just let anybody come over there. And my thing I tell people all the time is that would you let anybody just walk in your house? Just walk in your front door. You're going to leave your locks off, leave your windows open, and let any and everybody just walk in your house. No, you wouldn't do that. I'm still working Panama Canal. I'm still kind of trying to gather my information on that. But I think we need to have that. That is something America is a fundamental place where America always used. And I think we need to take control of that. Why? Because if you look, China has a big foothold on it in there. And I'm not saying, I don't know if China's a threat, not a threat. I believe that there is some aspect to that, some truth to that being a threat. But we need to be just as much of a threat as anybody else. Yeah, I'm not at a point where I can donate, where I can take donations at, because unfortunately my page isn't that big, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really do. But unfortunately, I'm not my page. At some point, you just keep watching. If it gets monetized, then you can actually donate through that page. Other than that, there's nothing I can do about it. But how you doing, Oasis? Am I saying Osias? Is that what it is? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but again, we need to protect our country. We really need to protect our country. We need to make sure that our citizens are well informed and well equipped to handle whatever comes. Because my thing is that a lot of people lost their life that day in that situation. And my prayers go out to their family, and hopefully, God can bring them through that. Can you bring your daughter? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but bring my daughter. What are you talking about? Anyway, but yeah, when we have to, like I said, we have to protect our country. We really do. And when, and my thing is this: if you don't have a firearm, get you one, get you two, get you three, get you four. Become efficient with it. Become efficient with it. Make sure you're on point. Make sure you know what you're doing, because it's out here. The problems are out here. They're out here and they're moving about, and we don't know when and we don't know how, and we can't predict it. But you can try to be as best prepared for it at any point, because we just don't know when it's going to come. You don't know. Yeah, I know what it means, but I'm trying to figure out, when you say my daughter, what do you mean by my daughter? How would you even know if I had a daughter or not? That's my point. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but so unfortunately, we're in a situation where things got crazy. Somebody did some crazy stuff, and and I think we need to put a stop to this type of people. We do, unfortunately. Crime is up in America. It's sorry, it's sad, but it is. It's happening all over our country. And like I said, we never hear the Biden administration come out and say these are issues that we need to address, and we need to address them now. You never hear it. You never hear it. What do I think about family? You mean as it relates to the people that might have to be deported back to their country? Is that what you mean, Chris, for real? If that's what you mean, and that's what you're referring to, send them all back together. I believe that then they should all go back together. That's it. Send them all back together. Here's my point to that is this. If I decide I'm going to go to another country that I don't belong in, and I want to take the risk of going into a country that I don't belong in, and at some point, if I go into a country and I don't know what I'm going into, and I don't know, I took the risk of going to that country, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm from another country, and I'm going to go try to sneak into America. I take the risk of sneaking into America. Now, if I get caught, there's a good possibility they're going to send me back. All right, so if I bring my family or bring somebody else over there, bring me with me, my children and stuff, I took the risk as an adult. And guess what? You should have never came. You understood the risk when you decided to do it. So you go back, your children go back, and I'm not the type, it's sad that you have to do it that way, but unfortunately, they go back with the kid, the family. That's where I'm at with that. I just feel like, and it's not even about feelings, it makes sense. It ain't even about feelings. You took the risk. And since you took the risk, you understood that there's a good possibility that you and your family is going to go back. And guess what? You and your family go back. I'm sorry. I just don't feel no kind of way about it. You should have never took the risk to come over here. You understood the risk, but you chose to do it anyway. So, unfortunately, you and your family members should be going back to your country where you belong. Now, here's the thing. Come back over here, but do it the right way. That's it. That's not that complicated. Just come over here and do it the right way. The reason why we have a system in place, and it should be scrutinized, anybody that comes over here, is because we need to make sure that if we're going to get somebody, you're going to be a contributor to this country, not somebody that wants to strip and take away from this country. Because all of these people that came over here, vast majority of them are getting benefits that American citizens are not getting. And that's why I'm glad that Trump got Tom Homan back into play, and it's time to go to work with that. It's time to put them all back, go get the worst of the worst first, and then we can sort through the rest of it later. But we need to get the worst of the worst out of here. We don't need them in our prisons. I mean, unless they murder somebody over here, then they need to stay in our prison and rot there. But outside of that, they need to go back. They need to go back to their country. And I'll be honest with you, even the ones that commit murder and stuff, crime and stuff like that, I don't know how they're going to handle that, but they need to send them back to their country. But my thing is this, is that because if they murder somebody, you don't want them to go to their country and be free. I don't know how that's going to work. But my thing is this, either send them back or keep them in jail and never let them out and let them rot. And I don't say you keep them in jail where you feeding them and clothing them. I say put them somewhere and let them rot. If you committed murder in this country, put them somewhere and let them rot. Don't feed them, don't clothe them, don't use no taxpayer money to take care of them. Just put them in a box and let them rot. That's it. I don't feel sorry for nobody. You come over here, you commit murder, you killing, put them in a box, let them rot. That's where I'm at with that. I ain't trying to be nice and I ain't trying to be polite about that. Come over here and terrorize American citizens and you want to murder and you want to kill. If they don't send them back, put them in the box, let them rot. Don't feed them, don't do nothing. That's it. That's how I feel about that. Because if you came over and you kill American citizens, then you should be put into a box and you should rot. No food. We should not be using nothing. Very small minimum of tax dollar just enough to put them in a box and let them rot. We shouldn't be using tax dollars to take care of people like that. Nope. No, we don't want to house them and keep them alive and keep them. No, put them in the box and let them rot. That's it. That's where I feel about it. People don't have to agree with me. You don't have to, oh, that's evil, that's mean, whatever it is. I mean, you kill somebody. I'm sorry. Came over here and killed American citizens, and you should not be treated humanely. You broke the law to get here, and now you over here trying to terrorize people in this country. Nah, I'm not having that. I don't care who you are. We should not be spending our money to take care of them. Put them in the box and let them rot. Simple as that. It's just, I love this country. America's a great country. Some say it's the greatest country. I've never been to another country to know that, but I love the country that I'm in, and I'm okay with it, and I don't want it to turn into what these Democrats are trying to turn it into. And the stuff that they're trying to do to separate us. I'm not with it, and I ain't for it. I want to see this country and these people come together in a way that we have never seen before, and we embrace each other and love each other and care about each other and look out for each other. That's the America I want to get back to. That's what I want to get back to. And at some point, you've seen it starting to, the races divide and stuff. You started to see it fade away a little bit and more. And now the Democrats just, every time you turn around, they keep race baiting people. That's the reason why when I hear people trying to race bait all the time, I was like, I don't want to hear that. I'm good. Go ahead with that. I don't even want to hear it. Yes, we are. Those that voted for Trump, we are definitely looking forward to this year. As soon as we transfer that power over and we get we get Satan out of Washington, because right now he is running rapid in Washington, not just in the president and in the vice president and the whole administration. He got Satan, got him and all his demonic people working for him, and they're all there. I'm done with it. I want them gone because they don't care about this country. They don't care about the citizens. They have literally in the 4 years has tried to bankrupt American citizens. You can't tell me one thing that this administration has done in their 4 years of being there that has been beneficial to American citizens. Not one. The only thing that's been beneficial to is the billionaires. They're billionaires. They're cronies. That's it. No one else. Everything else has been, no, we don't care about America. We don't care about America. We don't care about America. We want to take care of their lobbyists and those people, the special interest people, and the wealthy. That's it. That's why they were trying their hardest to bankrupt the citizens. Oh, I like Elon and Vivek. I mean, I know people are going to have disagreements with their stance on, immigration and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, I laugh at people because he's like, oh, and Elon Musk, he act like he's the president. Trump ain't the president. Elon Musk can't be president. But I like what they're doing, and I like it what they're doing with Doge. And I'm 100% on board with that. I hate when people try to look for people to be so perfect. Like they can't. We live in a country where you should be able to disagree. And I'm not going to say I agree 100% with Elon Musk or Vivek, but for the vast majority of the things that they're trying to do with Doge, I'm on board with that because I think that we need to get rid of all of the fat that's in government. They have been wasting taxpayer dollars over the years for far too long, and it's time to put an end to it. And these two people who have businesses, ran businesses, ran corporations, understand how things work, and they can make sure that we are getting, the taxpayers getting the best out of the money that we're paying in taxes. And I guarantee you that if it all goes well, we're going to see a big, strong, mighty tax relief. And this is what the Democratic Party don't want because that does not align their pockets with more wealth. That's why they don't want it. They want the destruction of the country because that allows them to be the wealthy and everybody else be broke and busted and disgusted to the point where you so desperate you can't be trusted. And that's where it's at right now. That's why crime is up because they created desperation. Look, if you look at California is a big example. Big parts of Philadelphia, big example. New York, big example. Maryland, big example. Baltimore, Maryland. It's horrible. The crime, and I'm just naming a few. Chicago, I'm just naming a few. It's horrible. And why is it that we continuously on this path of letting this happen? But, I'm going to be out of here soon. And I'm telling y'all, at the end of the day, get your firearm. Get your 2, get your 3, maybe 4. I don't know. Make sure you're well equipped with it, because there's probably more sleeper cells out of there that's going to try stuff like this. And you need to be well prepared for that moment when it comes. And that's the truth of the matter. And for all those out there, I appreciate everybody that's been on this live. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And like I always say, make sure that you make Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior. And I'm out of here.